Have you ever wondered why your Spanish friends seem to run on a completely different clock? You're starving at 6 p.m., but for them, dinner is still hours away. It's not just a cultural quirk, there's a fascinating story behind it, and it all goes back to a dictator and a time zone mix-up. Let's start with a typical day in Spain. Most people kick off their morning with a light breakfast, maybe some coffee and a pastry, around 8 a.m. Then, the real action starts around 10 or 11 a.m. with a second, more substantial breakfast. This isn't just a snack, it's a proper meal, often a bocadillo, which is a baguette sandwich, or some tostada con tomato toast with grated tomato and olive oil. This second breakfast is crucial because it fuels them through a long morning of work. Lunch, or la comida, is the main event of the day. It's a big, hearty meal, usually served between 2 and 3:30 p.m. We're talking multiple courses hera starter like a soup or salad, a main dish with meat or fish, and then dessert. It's a social affair, meant to be enjoyed slowly with family, friends, or colleagues. This long lunch break is a cornerstone of Spanish life. It's a time to disconnect, recharge, and truly savor your food. After such a substantial lunch, you can see why dinner, or la cena, gets pushed back. Spaniards typically eat dinner any time between 9 p.m. and midnight, and it's usually much lighter than lunch. Think tapas, a Spanish omelette called a tortilla española, or a simple salad. It's more about having a little something before bed rather than a huge feast. So, this late eating schedule is deeply ingrained in the daily rhythm of Spanish life. But why is their rhythm so different from the rest of Europe? The answer lies in a strange historical twist involving time zones. Geographically, Spain should be in the same time zone as the United Kingdom, Portugal, and Morocco. It's located in the Western European time zone, but if you look at a clock in Madrid, it shows the same time as Berlin, Warsaw, and Rome, which are all in the Central European time zone. How did this happen? We have to go back to the 1940s, during World War II. Spain's dictator at the time, Francisco Franco, decided to align Spain's time with that of Nazi Germany as a gesture of solidarity. In 1940, he ordered the clocks to be moved forward 1 hour, shifting Spain into the Central European time zone. The plan was supposedly to change it back after the war, but it just never happened. So, for over 80 years, Spain has been living in the wrong time zone. This means that the sun rises and sets later in Spain compared to other countries on the same longitude. When the clock says it's 8 a.m. in Madrid, the sun's position is actually closer to what it would be at 7 a.m. in London. Essentially, Spanish daily life is still synced to the sun, but their clocks are an hour ahead. This discrepancy explains everything. Spaniards aren't actually eating lunch at 2 p.m. by their body clocks. It's more like 1 p.m. solar time, and their 9 p.m. dinner is really happening around 8 p.m. in terms of daylight. They've adapted their social schedule to the sun, not to the official time on the clock. This unique schedule has shaped Spanish culture in profound ways. The long lunch break, for example, gave rise to the famous siesta, While not everyone takes a full-on nap anymore, especially in big cities, the concept of a midday break is still very much alive. Many smaller shops and businesses close for a few hours in the afternoon, from around 2 to 5 p.m., before reopening for the evening. This also impacts social life. The late dinner time means that evenings in Spain start later and last longer. The period between finishing work around 7 or 8 p.m. and sitting down for dinner is prime time for el tapeo, going from bar to bar, enjoying small plates of food, or tapas with a drink. It's a very social and relaxed way to wind down the day. But this time zone issue has been a topic of debate in Spain for years. Some argue that reverting to the correct time zone would improve productivity and align Spain better with its trading partners. Proponents believe it could lead to a more normal 9-to-5 workday, a shorter lunch break, and an earlier dinner time, potentially improving sleep patterns and overall well-being. However, others are fiercely protective of the current lifestyle. They argue that the late hours are a fundamental part of Spanish identity and culture. The long lunches, the evening paseo or stroll, the vibrant nightlife, all of these are tied to the current schedule. Changing the clocks, they fear, would mean losing a cherished way of life that prioritizes social connection and enjoyment over a rigid work schedule. It's a complex issue with passionate arguments on both sides. A few years ago, the Spanish government even considered a proposal to turn the clocks back, but it faced significant opposition and was ultimately shelved. It seems that, for now, the unique Spanish timetable is here to stay. So next time you're in Spain and find yourself wondering why restaurants are empty at 7 p.m., remember the story of Franco, the time zone change, and a culture that marches to the beat of its own drum, more rather to the rhythm of the sun. It's a perfect example of how history, geography, and culture intertwine to create a unique and fascinating way of life. Instead of fighting it, embrace it. Adapt to the local rhythm. Enjoy a leisurely second breakfast. Have a big, satisfying lunch. And then join the locals for tapas in the evening before a late, light dinner. It's all part of the magical experience of Spain. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think? Should Spain change its time zone? Or is their unique schedule something to be preserved? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this little trip into Spanish culture, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time.